Hello and welcome to Quick Tips, the WooCommerce video series. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can track the conversions on your WooCommerce website using the Google Tag Manager. And for this, I'm going to use the ShopLentor plugin. ShopLentor plugin is not only for tracking the conversion on your WooCommerce website. There are many different modules that you can add to your WooCommerce website. Here you will see a list of modules or the features that you can add to your WooCommerce website. In previous videos, I've shown you how you can create a Shopify style checkout, how you can use quick view, advanced coupons, variation swatches, and how you can recover the abandoned cart using the ShopLentor plugin. So if you are running a WooCommerce website, this is all-in-one plugin that you can install on your WooCommerce website. In this video, we are going to work on GTM tracking feature in ShopLentor, using which you can track conversions on your WooCommerce website. Here you will see some advantages of using GTM tracking: pinpoint your revenue sources, optimize marketing budget, implement without coding, track complete customer journey, enhance remarketing capabilities, improve attribution accuracy. Here you will see what exactly does GTM conversion tracking help me measure. This module enables you to track virtually every important customer interaction in your WooCommerce store. This includes product impressions, product detail views, add to cart actions, checkout initiations, and completed purchase. For example, if someone adds the product to the cart, it is going to track that event automatically. And it connects these actions to their original traffic sources, campaigns, and even specific ads or keywords. So let's see how we can track the conversions on your WooCommerce website using the Google Tag Manager and ShopLentor plugin. So here I'm logged into the dashboard of the WordPress website. This is a demo WooCommerce website. On this demo website, I have already installed the ShopLentor free and the premium plugin. In order to use the GTM tracking feature in ShopLentor, you need to have the ShopLentor Pro plugin. The Pro version of this plugin will cost you only $99 per year for 5 different websites. You can install it on 5 different websites, and currently there is an offer going on in which you can try this plugin for half a year at only $29, and you can install it on 5 different websites. If you want to buy this plugin, I'll give you the link in the description box. So let's go back. As I said earlier, I have already installed and activated the ShopLentor Pro plugin. When you install this plugin, in the left-hand panel, you will see the option ShopLentor. Let's go to ShopLentor and let's go to Settings. At the top, you will see Modules. Let's go to Modules, and you will see different modules that you can add to your WooCommerce website. Here you will see the module GTM tracking. Let's click on it, and you will see the option to enable or disable the GTM tracking module. Before we enable the GTM tracking module, let's go to the Google Tag Manager account. I already have an account on Google Tag Manager. If you do not have it, you can create a free Google Tag Manager account. The link is tagmanager.google.com. Here you will see that I have already created an account. If you do not have an account, you can click on Create an Account, enter the name for the account. I'm going to create one more account. So let's say DNK Online Store. If I go back to website, you will see this is the demo website, the DNK. Let's go back. This is the name of the Google Tag Manager account. You can select the country from here. Below that, you will see container setup. For the container setup, I'm going to name it as, let's say, DNK container. This is just a name for the container, and the target platform will be, let's say, web. All right, and click on Create. Click on Yes, and it is going to create a new account for your Google Tag Manager. Now you will need to install the Google Tag Manager on your website. You need to copy this code and put it on your website head section and the body section. All right, I'm going to close it for now, and let's go back to Tag Manager. All right, this is the new account that we created, and this is the container ID. So I'm going to copy this one, and I already have Google Analytics created for this demo website. You will see that I have already added a property on Google Analytics. If you do not have Google Analytics, you can create an account on Google Analytics and add your website to Google Analytics. This is the Google Analytics tag that I'm going to use. All right, let's copy this one. Let's go back to website, or let's go to the settings and enable the GTM tracking. And here I'm going to add the Google Tag Manager ID. Let's scroll down. Tracking events, you will see different tracking events are there. Shop or archive page items view tracking. Enable this option to track the shop or archive page items. Single product page tracking. Enable this option to track the single product page content. Then we have cart page tracking, checkout page tracking, thank you page tracking, add to cart tracking from single product, remove from cart, and product brands. All these events are by default enabled. If you do not want any one of these events, you can disable it from here. All right, and then we have use SKU instead of ID. I'm going to keep it as it is and click on save settings. All right, so now it is enabled. If you scroll up, you will see generate GTM container template. So it is going to generate a template that you can use on Google Tag Manager. You will see it here. We have developed a new tool that generates a Google Tag Manager template file in less than 2 minutes, connecting and integrating tracking tools such as Facebook Pixels, Google Analytics, and Google Ads remarketing with GTM. So let's click on generate now. It is going to open a new template. Which service you want? Let's say I want Google Analytics 4, so I'm going to enable it, and here you need to enter your Google Analytics measurement ID, or you can also use the same Google Tag Manager. Here I have a separate measurement ID for Google Analytics, so I'm going to use that one. If you want to enable universal analytics, you can enable it, and you can add your tracking ID here. Same thing for Google Ads conversion, you can enable it, enter the conversion ID, purchase conversion label. For these codes, you will need to go to your respective accounts and get the codes. You will see Google Ads remarketing, you can enable it, enter the remarketing conversion ID. Same thing for Facebook Pixel, enable it and enter your pixel ID. It will also add the Facebook Pixel in the template. Same thing for TikTok Pixel, Twitter Pixel, and LinkedIn Insight. In this example, I'm going to use only Google Analytics 4 and click on download GTM template. So it is going to create a template. I'm going to download it and save it on the computer. Now let's go back to the Google Tag Manager. This is the tag manager that we are using. So let's click on it. All right, and you will be on the workspace. At the top, you will see admin. Let's go to admin, and under admin, you will see the option import container. So let's click on import container. Select the file that we just downloaded. You will see it here, GTM template, and it is a JSON file. Select it. Below that, you will see choose workspace, and the default workspace is selected. If you want, you can also create a new workspace. I'm going to keep it as it is. Let's close it, and you will see choose and import option. Overwrite is selected, so I'm going to keep it on overwrite, and you will see the changes here. You will see the triggers are there: add to cart trigger, being checkout trigger. Then we have some e-commerce triggers, variables. These are the tags which will be created. GA4 view category tag, purchase trigger, remove from cart trigger. So there will be some triggers and some tags created automatically. So I'm going to click on add to workspace. All right, now let's go to tags. Here you will see a list of all the tags which will be created. Let's click on submit and enter a name for this version. So let's say e-commerce version 1. This is just the name for this version. Below that, you will see the workspace changes. I'm going to keep it as it is, and let's click on publish. All right, so it is all done. You will see the version summary, 7 tags, 6 triggers, and 18 variables are created. So it is going to track all the events which are happening on your website. If someone adds the product into the cart, it is going to trigger the event. All right, let's close it. Let's go back to workspace, and this workspace is now ready. Let's go to versions, and you will see this is the version which is currently live, e-commerce version 1 that we just created. Right, if I go back to analytics, it will start collecting the data using the new version. If I go to events, you will see all these e-commerce events are there: add to cart, checkout per active user, refund amount, refunds, everything is there. Now let's see how does this work. We have already enabled the GTM tracking using the ShopLentor. This is the Google Tag Manager account that we are using, and we also have the Google Analytics account linked with the website. So let's go to Google Tag Manager. This is the tag that we are using. So let's click on it, and we are going to use the preview. So let's click on preview, and this is the URL of the website. So I'm going to click on connect, and it is going to open the Google Tag Assistant like this. All right, so it is connected. You will see that Tag Assistant is connected. Now let's go to one of the products here. Let's click on this product. Okay, the Tag Assistant is connected. Let's go back to Tag Assistant, and let's go to data layer. Now here you will see a view item. If I click on it, you will see that it has recorded the event, the blue denim shorts. This is the product, blue denim shorts, and it shows it here under view item. So that event is triggered using the Google Tag Manager. Let's click on add to cart. If I go back to Tag Assistant, you will see add to cart option here. If I click on it, you will see the product here, the blue denim shorts, which is added to the cart. Now let's go to view cart. So under view cart, we have two products, basic gray jeans and blue denim shorts. Let's go to Tag Assistant, and here you will see view cart. Click on it, and here you will see two products are under cart. The same products are there. Now I'm going to click on checkout. Go to Tag Assistant. Let's look for checkout. Here you will see begin checkout. Click on it, and you will see two products are there on the checkout page. Now I'm going to fill up the checkout form, and let's see if that works. I'm going to use some dummy information here. These are the two products. Let's go to payment, and on this website I have the cash on delivery, so I'm going to use cash on delivery payment. Click on make a payment, and the payment is done. Let's go back to Tag Assistant. Let's see if the new event is triggered. Purchase, you will see purchase, and under purchase you will see both the products are there, basic gray jeans and blue denim shorts, and you will also see the payment method is cash on delivery. All the information you will see here. So everything is recorded properly using the Tag Manager. Now if I go to Google Analytics, you will see event count by event name. There are two instances for add to cart. For the form submit, there are two events, a view item, form start, page view, and there is one event for the purchase also. So it is also recorded properly in Google Analytics. That means this system is working properly. Using the Google Tag Manager, all the events are recorded properly. So if you want to track the conversions on your WooCommerce website, you can try using the ShopLentor GTM tracking feature. It is available in the Pro version of the ShopLentor plugin. So that's it for now. See you in the next video.
Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more quick tips about online softwares and tools. If you have any questions, please leave us message in comments section. And press the like button if you like the video. Thanks for watching Quick Tips.